Now here come the apologists. I mean, the things you people say are ridiculous. They the console up. And I'm supposed to be happy? Last time I had financial freedom was probably 2014 when I moved out here. That was the end of it. Seriously, like 2014. Great. The update is loaded. Switch apparently now is up to date. Okay, I want to go to the Nintendo shop. So I go to the Nintendo shop and they ask me to log in again. I'm like, not surprising. I haven't logged into this thing in 100 years. So I log into the Nintendo shop. Basically, you know, there's everything. It's there. Okay, I want it. So I go to Nintendo World Championships, NES Edition. I click it. I buy it. Okay, game is downloading. Cool. I go back to my dashboard on my Switch, and I see the square where it should show the thumbnail for Nintendo World Championships with a completely empty bar, not loaded with any kind of data, and it's just sitting there. And I'm like, what is it doing? Is it going to download it or not? I don't get it. Frog in my throat. Excuse me. So I start to scroll to the right, all the way to the right of my dashboard, and I notice, oh, it's not loading it yet because it's updating other things. I mean, I haven't plugged this thing in 7 months, so it makes sense that it's not updated. So it's updating the Nintendo Entertainment System Online, and it's updating the Super NES Online programs. And as it's doing that, it shows that at some point it had started loading the update for the Nintendo Entertainment System Online app. And I can see, I'm looking in the upper right-hand corner, and we're going to look at this in a second. Don't worry, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about, but I want to walk you through it first. So I'm looking in the upper right-hand corner of the dashboard, and the section where it would normally say, oh, wired connection, now shows as an empty wireless symbol. And I'm like, I don't know what that means. An empty wireless symbol, huh? Okay. And I'm looking, it's like, it's not uploading. It's not updating. Everything's just sitting there, not moving at all. Oh? I said, what is going on? So I go into the settings, and I scroll all the way down to internet settings, and I click on it, and it says, how do you want to select, you know, your internet setting? And I said, wired, of course. Okay, connected to the internet. Loading, 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 loading. I'm like, wow, it's taking forever. And after like a minute of loading, it says, unable to connect to the internet, cannot establish an IP address. And I'm like, what the fuck? Are you fucking serious? What? But I just updated my system. I just went to the store and bought Nintendo World Championships. How can you tell me I don't have an IP address? That doesn't even make sense. I was doing things online. So just to confirm, I went back and I was able to open up my Nintendo Online app and the store app, and they both work. So I'm definitely online. So how is it that with this update, Nintendo basically lets you get online, but then errors and says you don't have an IP address and won't let you download games? I don't get it. So first thing I said, well, maybe I got to restart this thing. So I went to the power button and it says put it into sleep. And I'm like, well, that's not restart. That's just sleep. How do you restart this thing? I looked up, down, left, and right inside of the Switch here. There is no way to hard restart your Switch. I mean, if you want to be that stupid and that ignorant and that drama-filled, you're going to. You don't even need to have factual evidence of everything. You'll just be a complete idiot. So I can't help that you're stupid and you don't understand intelligent, like, conversation and intelligent commentary on something and criticism. So sorry that you're stupid. Now, maybe there is, but I guarantee you it must be some secret button combination on the console, or maybe it has something to do with actually physically doing it on the console rather than through the TV. I don't know. That's what I want to talk with you guys about today and troubleshoot. I figured I would wait for the podcast to figure this out because I know you guys know better than me. But there is nowhere in the Switch to actually restart the console. I'm serious. Nintendo, in all of their wisdom, didn't think, maybe someone wants to restart their Switch. I'm serious. I'm blown away that they didn't put that into the goddamn console. They're that stupid, okay? So anyway, that's what you fucking do with them. Fuck the Wii U and fuck Nintendo. That thing doesn't do... Anyway, then I said, well, I got to download these games, right? So I went again into the internet settings. I then set it up to go through my router downstairs. It connected, and it did download the games. Now, it didn't download it as fast as I would have liked. It was a little on the slower side, but it worked. I'm like, oh, okay, this is great. You know, it downloaded the game, so we're good to go. But I was like, I don't want to always use my wireless. I know my wireless is much slower. What if eventually there's a game I want to play online on my Switch it's going to be too laggy. Like, this sucks. I want to use my wired connection. So I literally tried everything. Nothing will fix this problem. All right. So what I'd like to do quickly is just show you what I mean, to show you that I'm not lying or anything. You know, I didn't make this up for today's show. Here we are. So let me go get the controller and I'm going to show you what I mean. The internet works. I plugged that internet cord into my consoles and other things and it works. It's not that, oh, really, it's messed up. It's the console that bricked itself, essentially, doing this update. It has nothing to do with me. Okay? I did nothing wrong. I did everything correct. Yeah, I don't know what to do here because let me show you. So this is look at this. This is literally a power symbol. But when you go to the power symbol and you click on it, it's a sleep mode. I don't want a sleep mode. It's not like there's one consistent, I want to restart my console, right? Is there even a power button on this thing? There's no power button on the Nintendo Pro Controller. There's no power button on it. So all you can do is, what if I hold down the home button? Sleep mode. Sleep mode. Go to settings. Someone said that. Go to settings. You ready? Oh, we'll go to settings. Hold on. Let me just make sure that it doesn't show anything I don't want it to show. So hold on. I'm just gonna go down to the power settings. Just want to make sure there's nothing here. Any of this. Wow, I have a lot of system memory still open. All right, so here it is in system settings. There's your system, and as you can see, it's just basic stuff. You go to sleep mode. And all it has is settings for sleep mode. There's actually no power settings at all anywhere in the system menu. All right. So what people are actually telling me is in chat now, which is what I intended. I hope that people would help me here. You have to go to the Switch and either hold down the button manually or you have to completely undock the Switch and do it in your hands. It's too much work. I can't. Okay. I want you to think about that. It's a console, a game console. To reboot your game console, they want you to get up, walk over to the console and either hold down the button on it or lift it out of the dock in your hands and turn it into a handheld to reboot it. Nintendo didn't think that you might want to restart your console as a docked home console. That was too difficult for their brains to figure out that someone would want that capability, right? Let's try it. Let's head over there, okay? And hold down the button first to see if it works. And if that doesn't work, then we'll undock it and see if it works. So let's do 2 tests. Test number 1. Look. So I held it down, and here's what happened. Sleep mode or power options. Power options? Oh, my God. What a fucking idiot. Restart. Okay. You have to actually get up and hold down the button to get it to restart. You can't do it from any menu. They didn't think that you should be able to access this option from here. They want you to walk to the console. That's too difficult to actually access it from the menus. Okay, so that's genius level development right there. Let's hit restart. Let's see what happens. Because people are saying this might fix the issue. I'm not convinced this will fix the issue, but we'll find out. The reason I'm upset about this, the same exact thing happened to me. By the way, it didn't fix the issue. The same exact thing happened to me with my PS3. On my PlayStation 3, for years and years, no issue, always was able to connect via the internet, download games, play them. All of a sudden, there was a system update like 2.5, 3 years ago. All of a sudden, won't connect to the internet ever again. Their update bricked my ability to connect. So it didn't fix anything. As you can see, it fixed absolutely nothing. I'm having the same exact issue. All right, and to show you the issue, what I'm going to do is go to settings, and I'm going to run the test to get it to try to connect via wired. I just want to be sure it doesn't actually connect and show my IP address. That's why I'm hiding this. So I'm on the internet right now. It says connection status not connected. So I hit internet settings, searching for networks, because what it's going to do is look for wireless networks in my area, plus my wired connection. I want a wired connection. Connect to the internet via wired connection. I hit the button right now. It says connecting to the internet, console internet, pinging back and forth, bing, bada bing, bada bing, bada bing, bada bing, bada bing, bada bing. Okay. Yes, I have used the Switch since I changed my modem. That was back in the fall, and we already played Mario Wonder and Mario RPG Remake, so it has nothing to do with that. Nothing. It just says connecting to the internet endlessly. Unable to connect to the network. The error details will now be displayed. I'm going to show you, because it said... Oh, no, I can't. It shows the MAC address. I don't want it to show the MAC address. That's what I was worried about. Here you go. Ready? Unable to obtain an IP address. Please try again later. There it is, in black and white. It will not get an IP address via the Ethernet cable at all. It just won't do it. There's nothing I can do. It will not connect it anymore. Yeah. So, and here's the thing. I can connect wirelessly. In fact, I will do it right now. I just don't want you guys to see the settings, so I'm going to let it connect wirelessly here. Okay, successfully connected. I'm going to back out. Okay, so now I'm connected wirelessly downstairs. So basically what happened was they did a system update, and it makes it so I can't use USB Ethernet anymore. Isn't that nice of them?
What the fuck is Nintendo thinking?
Now you guys are like, factory reset it. You want me to factory reset my Switch, deleting all settings, all games, and all customizations that I have in it. You want me to start from fucking scratch, then have to reset up the Switch from scratch. That's what you're telling me. Guys, I don't know where you've been. I already did the hard reset. You're late. People are like, do a hard reset. We already did. We just did it live. Now here come the apologists, right? Here come the apologists. Oh, you don't need the hard connection. Just use the Wi-Fi. You'll never play a game online again. The Nintendo apologists are out in force. Here we go. It's okay that they bricked it. Don't worry about it. That's fine, right? That's perfectly fine. No problem. Just, yes. Yeah, I just completely let them take away my fucking ability to use the internet. Yeah, it's fine. Thanks, Nintendo. You guys are great. You know what? In fact, since they took away my Ethernet capability, why don't I go out and buy about 400 amiibos to show my appreciation to Nintendo too, right? Why don't I buy the Switch OLED as well? Why don't I tattoo Miyamoto on my chest too, right? Why don't we just keep giving Nintendo money for fucking up? I mean, the things you people say are ridiculous. They fucked the console up. And I'm supposed to be happy? I'm supposed to be okay with it, right? Nintendo fanboys are the most hardcore fucking fanboys on the planet Earth. They will defend Nintendo no matter what wrongs they do, right? They will defend Nintendo. Nintendo tomorrow, Iwata could come out and say, please understand, fuck you, we don't like customer, suck our big Japanese and the fanboys would come out and say, oh, that's great, we love sucking Jap. And they'd find ways to justify. I already checked, and it says that the dock is updated. Just so you know, because people are saying maybe you have to update the dock. I already checked, and it says update dock, update console. I did both. It says everything's up to date. So essentially, this update did make it that my USB adapter for the Ethernet doesn't work with this console anymore. But here's the weirdest part. It does, because I can still go online. Here, I'll show you what I mean. Well, anyway, you'll just have to take my word for it because I don't want to show you my login and everything. But if I'm not logged into the wireless, and if I go to Nintendo eShop, it connects. I'm serious. It connects. And I could browse the whole eShop, and I can buy games. That's how I got Nintendo World Championship. So it doesn't make sense that I can go to their shop, connect, and buy games if the Ethernet doesn't work. It does work, but for some reason, they blocked out the ability to use the Ethernet adapter fully with this update. Yeah. So, pretty messed up. Yeah, they're assholes. They screwed up the console, and I'm just supposed to take it. I'm just supposed to be like, oh, yeah, that's fine, Nintendo. Thanks for the update that took away a critical component that I've had since the launch of your console, right? Ellipsian says set up your IP manually. How would Ellipsian, that wouldn't work. You can't manually set up the IP address. The IP address is on the modem. It wouldn't be the IP address for the console. The console is supposed to resolve an IP address through your modem. That's the idea. And it can't do that. It's fucked up because the adapter's not working because they bricked it. Like, even if I put in a manual IP address of my router or my modem, it won't work. It needs its own IP address, and it can't assign an IP address. That's the problem. Here's what I really think. I think what they did is they're only basically patching this thing for the newer consoles now. So, for example, if you had a Switch OLED that has the Ethernet built into the dock, I'm sure that works. But anyone who has the older Switch that you needed the USB adapter, I think they just bricked them all. But the sad fact is, there's morons who bought that. They bricked the adapters. So, essentially, if there's anything coming up, multiplayer on Switch, I can't play it. Yeah, I can never play a multiplayer game on Switch, ever. Everything has to be single player offline, and if I'm going to download a game, I have to use wireless, and then I have to basically have it slow boat download, because the wireless is slow. Thanks, Nintendo. Alright, so that's it, right? There's no resolution. We're done. Okay, thanks, Nintendo. I just wanted to clarify that they did that. You know, thanks a lot, Nintendo, and all their wisdom. You know, but you know what? I'm in the mood. I think I'll go to the Nintendo eShop and I'll buy a whole bunch of merch or something. I'll have it shipped to my house tonight, right? Because that's what people do when Nintendo does something bad. They reward them, correct? So that's what I should do. Spend a lot of money. Like the apology. I can't believe someone actually just said, "Can't you just use the Wi-Fi in chat?" It's like, dude, do you not understand? The whole point is that Nintendo should not be bricking pieces of your console at a whim, right?